Hello, and welcome to Campus View, the show where we find out what the scoop around the university is through our own Ohio State students. I'm your host, Zoe Setzenfand, and today we have a few guests that we're talking to for their thoughts on a few OSU topics. Our first topic is going to involve the common slang college students sometimes use. But first, let's meet our guests.
I'm Henry Pilliard. I'm a fourth-year senior. My major is communication, and I'm graduating in May.
My name's Emma Wozniak. I'm a third year in political science and journalism.
My name's Casey Kuhlman. I'm a fourth year and I'm a double major in psychology and theater.
Awesome. So I guess, what is your guys' most common slang term that you use?
That's a good question. I know personally, I've been recently falling into a habit where if I like something a lot, I will just say, like, that thing eats. I use it in like every context, sometimes when it's inappropriate, and I find myself saying it in front of my parents who never know what it means, but it's just like a habit and I can't stop saying it now.
Well, it eats.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it eats, yeah, why would I stop? Yeah.
Mine is probably the term Riz. Use it for a lot of my friends. You know, Riz meaning obviously game. Someone has Riz, they can spit game with people that they're interested in. And so on a night out on the town, if one of my friends goes up to whoever and just starts spitting game, I'll be like, that's the Rizzler right there. You know, they're using their Riz to their fullest potential.
Yeah, it's a great one.
So what do you think the validity of people saying that Riz is short for charisma? Like, do you think that's valid?
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know where else it would have come from because it seems like a really random word otherwise. I think it probably most likely has origins from the term charisma, yes.
Right, cool. And yours?
Slay, the term has kind of died down a bit. It's been an ongoing joke with my family to say slay, spelled S-L-E-I-G-H.
Very festive.
Festive, in the Christmas spirit constantly. So yeah, I'm gonna say slay. It's definitely the most used.
You know, I feel like now I say that ironically a lot. Like I still catch myself saying it very often, but I'm only saying it when like something objectively not good is happening.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's interesting how, you know, you can, when slang gets outdated, people still tend to use it in different ways.
Yeah, I got news that my grandma broke her toe recently, and it was just like, slay. You know,
That's
it's
definitely
like
not slay.
not slay, but you know, the evolution of slay.
Right, exactly.
So what other outdated slang terms do we use now, ironically, I guess?
Lit.
That's lit.
It's a big one.
I think cap was huge for a while. That's cap.
One. No cap, yeah.
Yeah, like dope. It's kind of an older term that people, especially myself, use when things are not dope.
Oh, like her grandma's toe.
Yeah,
that
she's
was
recovered, by the
good.
way.
Oh, thank
Shout out,
goodness.
grandma. Love you.
Did she get the privilege of hearing you say that about her toe?
I texted her.
Okay, how did she react to that?
She thought it was kind of silly, but you know, her toe was ultimately
she was
broken.
preoccupied.
She was worried
She was
about
going
other
through
things.
it.
Yeah, no,
Not slay. More slay,
No,
whatever.
I'm sure, yeah.
So are there more slang terms you use over text rather than in person? Like, I know I'll text my family group chat, like fax, F-A-X.
Yeah, I spell it out, but I'm on the same wavelength. You know, using facts to reply to everything that you can possibly reply to, even if it's a question and facts is not an answer to the question. I find it pretty humorous usually to just say facts and then they're confused.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's interesting about like texting too is I think I actually use slang less over text because as I'm seeing myself type it out, I become suddenly aware of like how ridiculous it is, and then I'm like, oh, I can't say that. Especially if I'm talking to like family members. If I'm talking to them in person, sometimes it'll just like slip out, and I just like say it. But if I have to look at myself typing it, I'm like, ooh, that's getting deleted, and I don't send it usually.
Yeah, no, that's valid. How about your most popular conversational slang terms?
I mean, I say lol a lot.
Yeah,
like
LMAO.
Spelling out acronyms.
Yeah,
I think has become
lamau,
its
lol.
own slang. Yeah, definitely.
OMG lol.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, one me and my friends use a lot is we'll like take those acronyms, but say like spell out part of it and then still say the acronym. So like TBH turns into to TBH honestly or something like
Yes,
that.
That's good.
Or like,
or like
laugh, LOL.
SMH my head.
Yeah.
I'm
that's a
shaking
popular one.
SMH my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Something like that kind of, you know, add some humor to some old slang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Whatever happened to rolling on the floor laughing? I missed that one.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, I think we need to revive that. I've never seen anyone say that in the past like decade, so I think that needs to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how about slang? How about slang referring to your classes? Like, what do you say when an exam just absolutely sucks?
You know, on that note, I feel like I enjoy very much teaching my professors slang. I think
Yeah.
that it's really funny, not in a mean or ageist way, of course, but I think it's really funny trying to watch like professors who maybe just are a little bit on the older side and don't really acquaint themselves normally in conversation with our generation the same way. I think it's really interesting to watch them try to learn how to use them like correctly. So I think that's fun in like a school setting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, I guess I'll keep giving you scenarios. What if you're going out for Valentine's Day and you have a meal that is absolutely amazing? What slang do you use there?
Back in the day, I think we would have said bussin'.
Oh yeah.
I think that it's starting to be a little outdated now. I think that would be a very, if it's bad, like, bussin', you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know about now.
Same like it slaps.
Yeah, it slaps, this
Yeah,
hits.
Slaps, it hits.
Me and my friends find ourselves using like old terms kind of ironically now, like saying something scrumptious, like
Yeah.
like
This
no
is
one really says
delectable.
that seriously anymore, but like we use that now if something's really good, just as an homage to the old time slang.
I just thought of one.
Yeah.
Gas.
I was gonna
That's
ask.
gas.
Which sounds like a negative thing, but you say it like if I ate something that was delicious, I would say that was gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I was texting my mom the other day and I was like, this meal I just got is gas. And she just was like, what does that
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So on the note of educating
And
our
then you had to-
elders.
Yeah,
on
try to
slang.
explain it to her.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
I think gas is also something that's used a lot for music. So maybe, especially in the younger generations, I think that's a pretty newer one to, the song is good, you say the song's gas.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
Yeah.
true.
Or the song slaps.
Or a
I'm now
banger.
realizing a lot
Fuego,
of words
me and my
used for
roommates
food also used
apply
for
to
music.
music.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, fuego, that could apply to food
Yeah, that's
too.
fuego.
That's. I don't know that I've ever heard that one. I like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know, me and the
I think it's
roommates
just another
always-
language.
It'll be that.
Yeah.
Or music, you could say it's a banger.
Yeah,
Banger.
that's
Right.
true.
Like
yeah.
a headbanger. I think that's where that came from, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, back to what you were saying about like charisma. I feel like maybe the people who started it knew that that's what it meant, but I didn't realize that's where that came from until like super recently. Like how we derive slang from like normal words is kind of interesting to me.
Awesome. Well, great discussion, guys. We'll be right back after a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we'll be talking about a special holiday coming up that college students could be ignoring. Back to discuss Valentine's Day, and we have a new celebrity guest. Let's meet him.
Hello, my name's Kevin Aguilera. I'm a senior studying political science and minoring in economics and security and intelligence.
Awesome. So, do you guys have any plans for Valentine's Day?
We're working on it.
Yeah.
This is the first Valentine's Day in a while in a relationship. And he texted
Congratulations.
Thank you guys. You can make it to the other side. All right.
Let's hope for all of us.
He texted me yesterday. He's like, I've called like 5 places. I don't know if we're getting dinner on Valentine's Day. Because, you know, everyone's so
Yeah.
booked up. So yeah, we might be doing a nice little DIY pizza
little
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's great.
Something
Yeah.
economical,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
home vibe.
Yeah. Sometimes
So-
that's nice though.
It's a
Yeah.
little bit more personable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
totally. And then I also have the Galentine's
Oh,
Day
absolutely.
plans.
Oh, good. Yes, that's
A couple
important.
Galentine's this year. That's kind of what I've been looking forward to every Valentine's Day is
Yes.
the Galentine's Day celebration.
That's interesting because personally, I've never had to worry about Valentine's Day plans in college, but I wonder, like, since college students are pretty limited in terms of like how far away from campus they can go, if like reservations get super booked up at all the like short north or like nearby places, that would be tough to navigate, I feel. So
Yeah.
I sympathize with him. I really do. Yeah.
Bless his heart. He
Yeah,
tried his
he's
best.
trying so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my friends sometimes like to do that. I know for sophomore year and junior year, we went, we didn't, obviously none of us were in relationships or anything, but we did go to like Forno or like some of like the ones
I
like,
love
down.
Forno.
It was really hard to get a reservation and we kind of took one away from the people that were actually probably needed one. But it was still fun, you know, just going down there, talking, like having fun with our friends, even though we're not in love or anything.
That's okay. Yeah, no, the Galentine's That's what I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
too.
a
Like,
charcuterie board,
Oh, of
DIY.
course,
We got all the
yes.
cheese at Aldi, that kind of thing.
delicious, yes.
Very excited
The
for
trend
that.
I want to do is like where each friend brings a different kind of platter. Have
Yes.
you guys seen that? I want to try that so badly.
I want to do that with drinks, like
Yes.
cute little.
Yeah.
We have some pink edible glitter left over
Cute.
from.
Oh my God.
We did like sparkly drinks for my birthday, so that's perfect
yes,
for a
that's
little
gonna be
Galentine's drink.
Yes.
Would
Yes,
love.
ma'am.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite Valentine's Day food? We've got, chocolate covered strawberries and candies, or a super fancy pasta dinner. What's your go-to? Like, this is Valentine's Day, I'm eating this.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm not very much of a sweets person. I don't really like chocolate or like candy. So I know kind of controversial opinion, but I know like Chick-fil-A does like the like heart like chicken minis.
What?
Yeah, for Valentine's Day.
Like they're chickens in the shape of hearts?
I don't think so. I think it's just regular chicken minis, but the box is just a heart.
Oh.
So it's like not that much
Lame.
different.
No. No, that's cool.
It's like kind of, it's fun to think about, but I would do something like that, like a more like meal kind of like
Yeah.
vibe.
I feel like a lot of restaurants kind of market, like they profit off of like this
Yeah.
holiday. They'll do something like changing the shape of the box or like offering, a certain meal or whatever. So yeah, personally, I like the go-to like grocery store super cheap, like comes in a heart box chocolates with all the weird flavors. Like, the ones with like the weird orange, like
Yeah.
syrupy stuff in them. And they're objectively not good, but I just feel like every
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, that's the go-to.
For sure. I'm impartial to Esther Price chocolates
Yeah.
because it's just the thing. My grandma loves them. Shout out grandma yet again. Slay grandma. Hope you're feeling okay. She loves Esther Price chocolates, therefore I love Esther Price chocolates.
Right.
And chocolate covered strawberries also are always a hit. I know on TikTok right now it's a thing to freeze your strawberries with peanut butter and chocolate. Kind of want to try that. Maybe a little Galentine's Day treat as well. Yeah.
You guys are ready for Galentine's celebrations, huh?
Yeah.
Prepared.
Absolutely. So, what do you think the dynamic of Valentine's Day is in college? Because I feel like a lot of people are like, I'm not celebrating. What would
Yeah.
you say the dynamic is here?
I feel like we're so busy. Like, I think, beyond the fact that I really can imagine it would be hard to find places to go out to for Valentine's Day because of, things booking up really quickly. I feel like I have friends who are in relationships and they've been like, yeah, we're not doing anything on the day of because it's on a weekday and we have classes and extracurriculars and whatever. So I feel like most of the people I know, if they are doing something to celebrate, they're doing it like the weekend after just because they're so busy.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the exam schedule has no mercy. I have an exam on the 15th.
Midterms, yes,
Uh-huh.
definitely, yeah.
So, what's your guys' favorite Valentine's Day memory? And this could span back to elementary school with those little boxes and cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved the boxes and cards. So I've had this friend Harper since kindergarten, and her birthday is on Valentine's Day. So it was middle school. It was always like a double whammy. We all got our boxes and like exchanged like cards and stuff, and then we got a birthday treat because it was Harper's birthday. So
Double whammy.
double whammy. That's probably some of my favorite old time memories.
Yeah.
Similar to that. Just like elementary school, we would always do like those where you'd like make your own little Valentine's Day box, and everyone would go around, put like, I don't know, you'd have like characters or something, whatever movies like big in that at that time. I really liked getting like the things that would come with it, like a pencil that you could like stick in it, or like an eraser. I never used them because they're always like really bad.
They're awful quality.
Yeah, but I just like the idea of it.
Yeah, I miss that. I feel like that was so like sweet and innocent. Like everyone had to give everyone one, so it wasn't really that personal. But it was just like such a sweet little like ceremonial process where we would like walk around the room and put them in everyone's box.
And I
it was
remember
cute.
like I would get my pack of my little cards and
Yo,
stuff,
yeah.
and I would think so hard about which one I'm giving to what people. Like they would have like 1 year would be like cats were on them. I'm like, which cat matches this person's personality, and I'd really think about it. So yeah.
Did you have to like decorate the box itself? Because that was like a big competitive thing in my classes. Was like you'd get a shoebox or whatever, and then it would be like who could design the most elaborate, intricate, out of like cardboard. Like it was like nothing really that spectacular, but it was
Construction
quite a
paper.
competition. Yes, yes.
I feel like now I would take it more seriously. Back then, I think I just didn't care.
We should get that. We should get that back in college.
Oh,
we
I
should
would
make
love
our
that,
professors
yeah.
start doing that.
I think that would be great if the professor had a little box at the front Or, you know, in dorms, if you had to decorate a box and put it
Oh, that
outside
would
the
be
door,
cute.
it'd bring back that like camaraderie, you know?
Yes.
Maybe bring the spirit of Valentine's Day
Yeah,
back.
probably someone would vandalize all the boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, or
take them,
steal them.
Worse, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But the idea is sweet.
right,
Yeah.
no, we're all like in our elementary, like pure-mindedness
Yes,
right now.
exactly.
You have to remember we're on campus. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for discussing your opinions on Valentine's Day. We have to take another break, but when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the most popular new restaurants around campus. Back to discuss some new restaurants around campus. Let's meet our guests that are talking today.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm a fourth-year journalism student and the producer of this show.
Hi, I'm Austin. I'm a fourth year at Ohio State and I'm majoring in journalism. I'm excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm a third year in journalism with a media production minor, and I'm also really excited to be here.
Awesome. And have you guys tried any of the new restaurants on campus yet? I think what we said, there's a new K barbecue place, Smash Burger, Dave's Hot Chicken, and Mongolian Grill.
I've had 1.5 of those, and I say half because I had Smash Burger here for the first time on campus, and then I've had Dave's Hot Chicken once, not here, but it was in Texas on a road trip with my friends, and both of them were really good. Smash Burger might be up there for one of my favorite like burger restaurants. They have these like garlic aioli fries that I was like, I'll just give those a try. I never had them, and easily like one of my favorites. And then Dave's Hot Chicken was scary because I was like, let's try the spicy chicken, and like it's Texas in the South, so I'm like, this might like kill me. But you know, handled it like a champ, and I was like, I'm going back here. But I haven't had it on campus yet, so.
Might be different. Maybe spice levels are
Yeah,
altered.
maybe spice levels could be different.
Right.
But it is what it is. So.
I mean, going back to Smash Burger, you're talking about the garlic aioli fries. Being from New York, I have Smash Burger everywhere.
Oh, nice.
So my roommate and I absolutely adore the fact that they finally brought a beloved establishment here.
I met the owner when I went because I was like just with my aunt. You know, she was like, let's go to lunch because she lives in the area, and I was like, well, I haven't tried this place yet. And I was talking to the owner, and he was super cool. Like he just was like, you know, like BSing with my aunt, you know, while they ordered, and I'm just like, I'm waiting here at the table. I'm like, can I eat my food? Like, get over here. But like he was cool. He kept coming over and like just talking to us. So nice guy.
That's awesome. Have you tried any of the new restaurants?
I actually haven't tried any of those four. I feel like I should because they're close
Yeah.
by and they sound great. I want to. This one isn't as new. I think it came last year, but Barrio I had
Yes.
never been to
Ooh,
before.
yeah.
Yep.
I have mixed opinions because I love Mexican food. I was really excited when it came there. And I'm kind of a picky eater myself, so I really like that they give you a little thing and
Yeah.
it's like a little
Yeah.
Scantron. You can pick out exactly what you like. But I didn't think it was as good to other places I've had before.
So there's a great debate in my house right now, and it's Condado versus Barrio.
I don't know if I've ever had condados.
Okay.
And
Me
if
neither.
I have, I don't remember.
My,
Sorry, I was just gonna say my vote goes to Barrio by default. Then, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say my freshman year, the first place I ate at on High Street was Condado, and I liked it a lot. We got the Korean barbecue tacos, I think is what they're called. But Barrio, I love the variety and the customization there, and I have to say, their margaritas are top notch.
That gets your vote?
That gets my vote.
Gets your vote. So what is your go-to restaurant on High Street then? We've talked about Mexican, we've talked about new foods. What's your go-to if you're walking from class and you're like, man, I'm starving?
I think a lot of people might share this opinion. This isn't like a crazy take, but I love Chipotle.
Yeah.
I go there at least once a week, maybe twice. It gets me right every time. I've never, well, I don't know, they kind of skimp on the portions a little bit now, but it does the trick for me, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
these new restaurants have something to say about it. So.
They might, yeah.
Yeah, I think my entire apartment, like it's me and 3 roommates, we're Chipotle people. Well, they're more Chipotle people than I am, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to go too. So that probably gets my vote. Chick-fil-A I've gone to a decent amount of times, and then this might be controversial, but I am a Subway enjoyer, and it's like right by my house, so I'm like, oh, I got a $40 gift card for Christmas. I'm like, we're making the trip to Subway. And I've gotten some hate for that because they're like, Subway is trash. I'm like, Subway is S tier, top tier restaurant in my opinion.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, for me, I'll say Chick-fil-A is a good pick. Chipotle, of course. But for me, I haven't gone in a while, but I love Cane's. We do not have that where I'm from. So that was a very big deal that there's Cane's everywhere here.
I'm gonna say my go-to is Bibi Bop Roots for sure.
Yeah.
It's nice, you get to customize, mix your bowls. So how about, what is your favorite late night high street hit, I'll call it? You know, where you're gonna go after late night studying, where are you getting food at 11 o'clock?
I'm not really a late night like food kind of person. I'm trying to think if I ever have. I don't know, it's probably Chipotle. That's the only one that I can think of that I'm like, oh, I've been to like kind of late, like right before they closed. I got kicked out one time because they were like, hey, sorry, we're closing. You know, this is me and a friend stayed like 10 minutes past, and they're like, sorry, we're closing, you have to leave. But they locked the front door. So they're like, you have to come to like the kitchen and go out the back. And that was just a weird experience. So they dropped us off like in an alley, and we're like, what just happened? Like, and I still have like half a bowl like left. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I have some animosity towards them, but I would still probably pick Chipotle.
Fair enough, fair enough.
For late night, because Chipotle closes at 10, so sometimes if it's a little bit later than that, I would say Cane's. I love Cane's. It's right down my street. I love it. But at the same time, it's often like, when it gets late, the line's out the door, and I'm not going to wait there for 20, 30 minutes for my food. So a lot of times I'll just pack my freezer with like, I don't know, pizza rolls, something like that, and just load them in the air fryer, and that'll do.
Yeah.
I'll say I have 3 go-tos, which is a lot. Cecilia's is a go-to pizza spot at like 2 in the morning on a Saturday or whenever they're open till. The other one is Adriatico's, just any pizza. And then the third one is PJ's, which I'd like to shout out my 2 roommates who have eaten every item on that menu.
Nice.
That's awesome. I will say I loved when Wendy's did the 50 count nuggets. I would go get that and do a movie night. What's your favorite pickup food for an event on High Street then? Something you're gonna take out and go binge with your friends?
I haven't done this, but my roommates and I are planning to get that like giant Chick-fil-A platter. I don't know, I think they have different price ranges with like, I don't know, 50, and then you maybe get like 100 or something like that. We were still debating how many we should get and how many each person should be able to have.
Right, like what's the math on that,
how many we could actually like finish. So we're still debating that, but I want to do that soon.
Fair enough, fair enough. How about you guys? What's your pickup, take out?
I mean, any kind of fast food, really.
Yeah.
My roommates and I did a 100 nugget challenge last year, so
Wait,
that's a
from
good
where?
thing. McDonald's.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Did you make it? Did you eat all 100?
We did not, but I did have about 40. So
40,
That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
How many were left over?
Not much.
Not much. What did you just eat them later?
Yeah, that was.
I commend that. That's powerful. But I don't think I like probably have a spot. I'm not really a big spender like of just like off-campus food and stuff. What I did was like the week before the end of my sophomore year, before I like moved into my apartment, I was told that you couldn't add like dining dollars to your account if you're not in the dorms. So I just add like $500 to my like dining dollars. And so now instead of like buying off campus, I mostly buy like a lot of on-campus food, like Sloopy's, just the Union, like Woody's. That's probably like my go-to pizza spot. Cause like it's just really hard to argue with that like 35% discount you get when you use dining dollars. It's like, is it better than like a smash burger like the other places on High Street? No. But is it
cheaper?
Is it $35 or 35% less? Yeah. So.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am starving now, so I think I'm going to go get some food right after this. Thanks for watching Campus View on Buckeye TV. That's all we had for today, but we can't wait to see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.